Hello and welcome, Libra, to your May messages. So keep in mind these are collective and general. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. Never give your power away to a reading or an outcome. Remember, you're a conscious creator. You shift and change your timeline with your free will choice. So let's get into this, Libra. You have some very interesting energy coming through here. So starting out, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So there's either some sort of move that you're wanting to make or someone's wanting to make toward you that will wow you, right? Because you see there's all those chess pieces on the board, but that person is putting a shell on the board, right? It's not even a part of the game, right? It's not what is expected. So it could be someone's wanting to do the unexpected to wow you, or you're going to be making a move here. Then we have the Four of Wands, which is about our foundations, doorways opening up, celebration. It can represent marriage, right, or relationships. But it feels like you're living it up, Libra, okay? And then we have the Knight of Swords. So we have two knights, okay? If you're on the dating scene, I definitely feel like, you're exploring your options here. And then the outcome energy is the Four of Swords, resting, recharging, taking some space and time. So, you could be out with your friends and you have these, two different options coming forward here. I'm getting like a bar scene, party scene, some sort of celebration perhaps. Okay. So it's kind of interesting here because I'm getting both the masculine and the feminine energy. Okay. If that's not the case, it could just be that you are living it up a little bit here. And these moves could be career moves that you want to make, or, it could be anything that you're desiring to move forward here. When we get into your astro codes, we have the North Node future. So that's what you are focused on. You're ready to move forward into the future. You're ready to move forward to the next level, take the next step. And we have authority. Okay, so you're going to be an authority in your life, the main character in your life. You're climbing those mountains. Some of you might like to hike or spend a lot of time in nature. Okay, so it feels like you have the sense of direction. And oddly enough, right before the reading, my hands were dry. So I went to get my lotion to put on my hands, and the bottle's like, I know it's not empty, right? Because I can feel it. But at the same time, the lotion isn't coming out. They do that tricky design where you can't take the tops off of it, right? To really get all the lotion. So I was, smacking the bottom of the lotion bottle to get the lotion out because I knew there was more. So your hands might be dry. You might have just put on lotion when you're watching this. Or it's like you're focusing on being resourceful. You're more mindful of the planet. You're more mindful of, the resources that you have and not wasting them. Okay. The reason I say that is your past life energy we have is resourcefulness, intelligence, mental action, okay, and right thinking. Now, in the right thinking, I think before you were kind of maybe stuck in the past, or you felt like you were in a holding pattern, and now you're making plans to move forward into the future. Like here, there are plans for a bridge. It looks like the structure of some sort of bridge here. So, you're definitely focused on moving forward. Now, you might have been stuck in some sort of holding pattern because there needed to be some harmony, justice, or balance in your experience. Okay, could be internally within because Archangel Raguel is pointing and like holding the heart space. Okay, so there maybe needed to be a healing or a shift within the emotional heart space. Okay, you have some interesting characters showing up. Now, you might resonate with these energies, or you might feel like these are people around you that kind of get your attention in May. First off, we have the King energy, sovereign of realms, monarch, authority, rule, inheritance. Okay, so you could resonate with being in this King energy because I do feel like you are stepping forward, even though we have Knight energy. You're stepping forward and taking initiative for your future and your experience. Or this could be a father figure. This could be someone around you. We also have the Swindler, master of deception, hypocrisy, disguise, and conspiracy. So you might like to explore conspiracies. That might be something that was part of has been an interest to you, or you're dealing with somebody who is wearing a mask right now. Okay, we'll dive a little deeper into that if we can in this portion of the video. If not, there will be an extended. And then we also have the bartender, master of libation, small talker, okay, alleviator. So again, you could resonate with being this person, or it could be that there's a bartender here that maybe there's some sort of conversation where things get a bit heated and they kind of jump in and create a buffer, right? That could be the case. But the bartender energy just kind of reminded me of like setting the scene. You could be a bartender as well. You know, you could be a bartender that goes to weddings, goes to events, or, you know, you might resonate with that energy. Otherwise, like there's that energy of like celebration, drinking, bars, clubs, that sort of energy coming through. But there's also travel. Okay. So when we get into the love energies, it's a little interesting. So we have, I can't find the right word, speechless, and reminded of you constantly, synchronicity. Now, there might be somebody on your mind that you're feeling this. It doesn't have to be a love romantic relationship. Obviously, with the clouds energy, that could be someone who is on the other side, right? Some of you might feel like you want to write a letter to someone who's on the other side, right? And you can't find the words. That could be the case here if, you know, you're resonating with that. Otherwise, it could be that you met somebody and they're reminded of you constantly, right? And they're trying to figure out a way to communicate and express their feelings or their emotions, and they're having a hard time doing that. Or that could be you here. But either way, synchronicity is here, okay? Synchronicity is here. The universe is getting your attention. Your heart space, you know, is showing you kind of what's in alignment. You might be seeing a lot of hearts, things in the shape of hearts. I know that's something I've noticed recently, you know, out and about, like all different forms of, like all different types of material in the shape of hearts, whether it was like a string on the ground or like a clump of dirt or grass or a leaf or even a little bird hopped in front of me and it was a fledgling and its wings were shaped in a heart. It's so cute. So hearts may be a synchronicity for you, or cloud gazing might be something that would be beneficial for you, where you just lay down in the grass and you look up at the sky and you just allow yourself to just relax in kind of a meditative state and let the clouds make formations. And you can ask questions, you can connect in, you can take it as lighthearted or as deep as you want to, right? But that might be something that benefits you. That might be a way a loved one's communicating with you, or the universe is communicating with you. Otherwise, if you're in separation from someone, they're trying to figure out, you know, they're kind of being, I'm hearing, hounded by the universe, or maybe your guides or ancestors, or even their own heart space and their own soul. They're being hounded to express how they feel, to communicate how they feel toward you, Libra. Okay? Kind of to clarify that, we have French fries, happy, you are my soulmate. Okay, so some of you, if that's not the case and you're in a relationship, your person's very happy with you. They feel like you are soulmate. They feel empowered by you, powerful, capable, strong. Okay, some of you might have a long distance relationship as well, which would represent the travel energies. But also we have the World card there. You're definitely feeling empowered here, Libra. We do have separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future. And we have stir fry, explore. I am considering new opportunities. Okay. I feel like that's more so your energy than this person's energy. So there's a lot when it comes to like love and relationships. And when I ask kind of like what your feelings are, we have love, platonic, devoted, affectionate, and tender. And there's a mother with a child. So obviously this doesn't have to be a romantic dynamic. Okay. And we have respectful, courteous, and admiring. Okay, so someone, even if you're at a distance, even if you're in a disagreement with them, you're still respectful. And what's interesting is this like golden energy that's coming through. So like there's the soul energy that of respect. You know, you're definitely vibrating at a high frequency here, Libra. Okay, and I feel like you are looking at the people that you meet with different mindset, a different perspective. You're seeing people as souls. You're seeing them by their souls, which is why you might be able to see like who the swindlers are, right? Might be able to see through people more than before. So very, very interesting here, Libra. Again, many messages, only take what aligns, you know, with you. Let's clarify this Four of Swords. I feel like, you know, after some movement and excitement and preparing, because we have the Three of Wands, you are going to take some time to rest, recharge, meditate. Okay, whether you're attracting in energies or you're taking aligned action in that masculine energy, it just feels like you're finally able to move forward. You're finally able to move forward into the future, start to explore, you know, different opportunities. Okay, it could be career opportunities as well with that stir fry energy. Someone could definitely be missing you. All right, but there could be some sort of love confession or just even expression of emotions. People sometimes have a hard time. They get really frustrated trying to put their feelings into words. And it can be challenging, right? That's why music is helpful. Music is helpful because it, sometimes music finds the right words or the melodies or the beat that just really resonates with us, right? So maybe that's something that you're doing, is listening to a lot of music, um, kind of resting, recharging. With the Three of Wands, there's that almost like, it's like a bit of a waiting energy, right? I don't think that's for a very long time, but it's knowing that your ships are going to come in. It's having more confidence and trust, right? But again, some of you, it's like you're creating that space to have that conversation with someone, whether they're in spirit or they're in person. With that Three of Wands, or someone is preparing to have that conversation with you, and it feels like it's spirit led. At the very least, you have respect and you have tenderness and you have care for this person. Now, if this is like brand new, like you're dating, I feel like you're really having fun, enjoying getting to know other people, but you're seeing them on a soul level, not just a physical level, which is a whole nother experience, right? Energetically. And even if like you meet someone and you're meeting these different soulmates, right? Because happy you are my soulmate, and you're just having these good experiences. Even when you're kind of at a distance, there might be a little bit of awkwardness in the communication, or shyness, or kind of missing each other, right? So I do feel like you'll be connecting in with more soulmates here, Libra. All right, so that's what I have for your main messages. We're going to take this into the extended. I want to know more. I want to dive deeper into these energies. And this really feels like a launching point for you. It's very exciting. So if you're leaving me here, I hope this brought you value. Receive what aligns, release what doesn't. If you're going to be joining me in extended, that's linked below in the extended videos only Patreon membership. So hope to see you there. Take the best care of yourself, Libra, and I will see you soon.